I did a lot of whining in my last few videos. That's over now. Check this out. Abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. Now for comparison, check out the build we're doing in this video. This is real damage. This isn't 14 hit damage. Four hits. Another example here. We got the Claymore with the Flaming Strike. We got the Tear that increases your fire damage. We got the Omen Smirk Mask. We're doing everything that you're supposed to do. Every one of my points has been put into Vigor. I got 40 Vigor on this build. It's level 53, I believe. 53, 54. Everything else is put into the damage stat, which is Faith. I have 1 point in Endurance. 1 point. That's the only point you need. That's the only point you need! My wife is here, by the way, and she's very afraid and aroused by my newfound strength. We're not doing cute builds anymore. We did cute builds.
Oh, you're not doing.
No. Okay.
I'm doing cute builds. I have big dog privilege.
Yeah. Well, Daddy's not doing cute builds anymore. Check out this host. I killed his Phantom. Now look what I do. Sick of being bullied by these gankers. I'm the bully! I'm the bully! Chase him down! Yeah, get backstabbed!
I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little embarrassed right now.
Name of this build, Demon of Hatred. That's what they pushed me to. Yeah, get bullied, innocent host who did nothing to wrong me. Chase you down. You're not gonna enjoy this game. I'm gonna be the reason you stop enjoying this game. Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Go on Reddit and complain about the bad red man.
I genuinely don't know what happened to this man. He played one night while I was sleeping. I woke up.
Get buried!
I don't know who this is. I have no clue who this is.
This is who the gankers drew out of me. This is what they created. I tried doing fun builds. I tried doing cosplay builds. This is technically a cosplay build, I guess. But it's barely a cosplay build. Now, check this out. This is a fire build. So I don't know if you know, all my damage is mostly fire. So when you are in the rain or in water like I am here, that's reduced damage. And despite that, see how I just trash these people.
I am genuinely asking myself, who is this and what did he do with my husband? Because my husband loved the cute builds. I don't know who this is. And I don't know. I feel like now I'm gonna have like more big dog privilege. I can really go pick out flowers, just leave him because he's so full of hatred that he can take care of everyone. And I can just, be the scavenger that I love to be. But goddamn.
I feel like I picked up what big dog privilege is through context. For people who might be confused, people who aren't me, what exactly is big dog privilege?
So, for a lot of women, or men also, who get catcalled and, talked to by individuals that they don't want to be talked to, if you have a big dog, people tend to not want to get near you, or they just leave you alone. So yeah, I can just go be the girl I am, and you can be the big dog.
I'm the big dog. That's right. Well, I wasn't the big dog before, but I'm the big dog now.
You were my little twink before. I like that though.
Twink is gone.
No.
Daddy's home.
Okay, I'm not gonna complain about that though.
Look at this. So fire or water reduces. It's raining now. Reduces fire damage by 20%, I believe, and the flaming cracked tier, I think it's called, the crimson tier, or not the crimson tier, the physic tier that increases your fire damage in PvP. Ignore that. Ignore that. The
big dog down.
The flaming tier that increases fire damage, I believe in PvP, increases fire damage by 12.5%, and it's 20% in PvE. If you don't know, there's some things that they nerf specifically in PvP, that being one of them. But don't let that fool you, it's still very much worth using those damage tiers if you are almost exclusively using that type of damage. So if you're a sorcerer, for example, you're going to want to use the magic damage tier, the magic crack tier, I think it's called. But so I'm actually doing less damage overall if I just didn't have that tier on, because the rain is negating it. And the rain plus the puddle. I think there actually might be some element of stacking. You can pay attention to that one. That one is that's one you should applaud for. The other one was, yeah, thank you. The other one was lucky. He just got lucky.
Not as lucky as me.
Yeah, not as, yeah. Daddy's home. So, who are we fighting now? We're fighting, Moonveil, one of the most meta weapons in the game. So, in the last video, those two really awful builds I was using, how do you think it would have fared, not only in a duel against the most meta weapon in the game, but also if it had a 20% nerf to its damage output? How do you think it would have fared against this? So, spoiler alert, Meta Slave right here, going down. She is now stimming in the middle of videos. We love it.
I'm gonna go to the corner now.
Yeah, so she was cringing at me before.
Shut up.
Now look, who's cringing at who now?
Shut up.
I'm not cringing. She's cringing at herself. In all seriousness, why this build is good, it does have a big drawback. It is a bit of a kind of a little bit of a glass cannon in the sense that I have no poise. I have less than 50 poise, and on a weapon like Claymore, you definitely want to have at least 50 poise. A lot of the times I lost, especially against more than one opponent, was just the fact that they could stun me out of my hits, and you definitely don't want that to happen with a little bit of slower weapons like the Claymore. I actually, after I got all this footage, I actually switched the weapon to Uchi Katana. I didn't even have to, oh, well, that's how good I am.
Wasn't he giving you like a thumbs up or something like that?
I think that was a point down. We could go back and look, but we're not going to.
Okay.
Yeah, if you let us know in the comments. Was he pointing down or was he giving us a thumbs up? We know the thumb up gesture, most commonly used in the gesture in the game. You know, they give you a big grin and a big thumbs up right in the air. Yeah, I don't think it was that. But look, here's another meta. You know, the poke weapon. Is it double poke? Yeah, he's using double poke. The probably the second most meta thing in the game. Well, maybe third, after Vikes. Another spoiler. What do you think's gonna happen? Who do you think's gonna win this?
Bye bye.
I don't know what that was. But well, you'll just have to see. I won't spoil it this time. Let's see who wins. Probably the guy whose video.
Maybe. Just maybe, you know.
Little tip for one of my favorite spells in the game, the frenzy flame, or the flame of frenzy, I think it's called. You typically most of the time want to free aim it. You're gonna want to free aim it unless you're like right in their face.
Or you're like me, that can't aim for shit.
Yeah, she doesn't like free aiming it, even though she has it. She started to learn though, but yeah, even mid range, you're gonna want to just lock off and free aim that. It's really not super hard to learn. It's not as hard as parrying or anything. You could probably even just practice in an open field. Just find something that you can target. Maybe the dragon in Dragon Burrow if you haven't killed it yet. just something with a lot of health that you can, that doesn't really attack too much, that you can go to, lock on, do the flame, and then lock off, you know, just to get some practice. Yep, there he goes. Two meta. 2 meta duels, and I won. Would not have happened with the other builds.
What is this mask? I've always liked how it looks. What's the lore behind it?
Oh, so that's interesting. So this is a mask you'll actually see me use a lot, both because I actually do like the way it looks, and it's one of the best looking masks in the game, one of the best looking helms in the game. So it's decent stats. Like a lot of, like, they really did not balance the helms that give you stats well, because like most of them will give you stats and also be just decent helms. It's not as if they have much drawbacks most of the time. This one, in addition to just being a good mask for like 3 weight or 3.5 weight, it also just gives you 2 strength. Oh, took an over-leveled Phantom down, by the way. Again, good build. The power of a good build. But the lore behind it is it's worn by the Omen Killers. There's things called Omens in this game, or the Horn Scent, they're called. I think they're called no, that might be the DLC. It's the things that are born with a bunch of horns all over the body. And they're like an underclass in this game. And they were genocided. In fact, there's actually a few species in this game that are like systematically oppressed. It's actually a big part of criticism I have in this game is they really seem like they went with the first draft in terms of the lore. There's a lot of things that bump, like a lot of really similar ideas to each other. I think just because it was such a big game that they're like, alright, we'll put that in too, even if it's really similar to another idea that we have, you know, because the merchants were
that's
also,
what I was thinking.
yeah, it's not the merchants, it's another underclass. So the people who are like born with horns, it's meant, there's people who hunt them down, and they're the Omen Killers. They're the big guys. I'll point them out next time we're playing. They're like really tall humanoid enemies, and they're wearing this mask, and they usually use, I think maybe always used, like 2 big spiky swords, and the mask is meant to mock the people that they're killing, because it's supposed to be like their nightmares. It seems a little propagandistic, like, yeah, this is what the Omens fear, you know, to try to like dehumanize them a bit. But yeah, the merchants were also genocided. So yeah, there's a lot of things in this game, and for reasons I'm not quite sure of, because again, I don't know the lore quite as much in this game as I do Dark Souls series and Sekiro. But the Omen Killers also seem to want to kill the Albinorix. I know in the Volcano Manor, there's like one that's been torturing Albinorix, and he made like a mask out of their head in order to torture them. So I actually don't know what their deal is with the Albinorix, but they seem to want to kill a whole bunch of people, I guess. Which I guess, is actually fairly realistic. Usually if you're genociding one group of people, you usually genocide more than one. So I guess there is some realism there. One of my favorite pieces of lore in this game, the Frenzied Flame. Since we were talking about the merchants were genocided because of their connection to the Frenzied Flame, which was warranted to some degree. All of the merchants seem to be infected by the Frenzied Flame.
That's why they're blind, right?
Yeah, they are blind. If you attack them, they seem to like try to use their stick to like walk around. A lot of blind characters in this game. I believe Melina, or the super boss lady, what's her name? Melania. Melania is also blind. Who else is blind? Miyazaki loves blind characters. The swordsman who taught Melania was blind.
Also, the dude that follows Gold Mask is blind.
No, he just wears a blindfold.
Oh,
Surprisingly,
really?
he's not blind. No, the way he interprets gold mask is by looking at his fingers. So no, he's not blind.
The woman that eats the shibari things.
Yep, she's blind too. Yep, and the woman whose corpse she took over, Helena, I think she's called.
Yeah.
That was just a good duel. I liked. We were both pretty good there. I liked his builds and his good play style.
Oh, also the girl who's dying of rot, I think it is, that you have to save her?
No, she's not, but the person that she is split from, the super boss, I already said her, Melania.
Oh, okay.
Is it Melania?
I don't know.
The one who's never known defeat. If you fought her, you know who that is. Yeah, she's blind too. Her eyes taken over by the Scarlet Rot. Yeah, a lot of blind characters. I don't mind reusing ideas between games. I know some people criticize that, not in just Miyazaki's work, but in general. I don't think there's problems retreading ideas between artworks. Painters will often paint the same thing. I kind of consider it similar to that.
Yeah, Van Gogh painted the sunflowers like, what, 12 times?
Yeah, it's very typical with painters. So I don't think that should be criticized in other pieces of art. But doing it within the same game as Elden Ring does, that is actually a big criticism I have. But the Frenzied Flame is, I would say, my favorite piece of lore in this game. It's I'll probably get a tattoo of it, honestly, after I get the dark sign. I don't have any tattoos yet, but I plan on getting them one day. The Frenzied Flame, I feel as if is one of the few pieces of art that doesn't take a strictly antagonistic view on antinatalism. Now, antinatalism is the concept of life isn't really worth living. That just the pain and suffering outweighs the joys of life. Although, really, antinatalism, I guess that's not really a fair definition of it. Usually, that's what antinatalists believe, but antinatalism is really kind of saying it's unethical to bring a new life into this world because they can't consent to
the suffering that they're going to live through.
Yeah, because they can't possibly consent, because in order to consent you need to be, and you're bringing them into being without their consent. So I guess that's more what antinatalists believe. And I like that the Frenzied Flame, the whole story behind it in this game, is just antinatalism. Each ending, each outer god, rather I should say each of the runes that's created through a quest, I think each one of those represents a different philosophy, and the Frenzied Flame is antinatalism. The fact that just destruction and bringing everything back to just zero is preferable, I think is a really cool idea, that they look at it more neutrally than other things, which would just go, oh, this is bad. So the two people I just beat and then executed their host who didn't want to fight. This is the second round of that. Part of the Frenzied Flame quest is learning that the merchants were put into essentially a concentration camp, just left to die under the capital, deep within the sewers. And Shaburi, this is actually something I don't understand quite about it, because it's kind of implied that Shaburi lied and said that they were part of the Frenzied Flame, but they do actually have the Frenzied Flame. So maybe it's that they were innocent at first, and then once they were put into unjustly, not that you can justly genocide anybody, but that they were put into a concentration camp, put in a dungeon, left to die based on a lie, that may have pushed them into the antinatalist philosophy of the Frenzied Flame. So while it was a lie at first, maybe once they were imprisoned and left to die, maybe that pushed them to embrace the Frenzied Flame, kind of making it true afterwards.
And that's why many times, like, well, not many times, all the times when you find a merchant, they're like in a very secluded area by themselves, you know, and every time you approach them, they talk to you with suspicion. Like, what do you want? What are you doing here? Like, are you here to kill me? Type of situation. And it's very interesting because when you, if you try to kill a merchant, they like ask you like, oh my god, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And I think it is because they were unjustly imprisoned, so they genuinely don't understand why this hatred towards them has developed.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, ironically enough, it makes sense to kill every single merchant except for the first one you see, Kale, the guy in red, just because they give you a bell bearing, and it's just convenient to kill them and get their bell bearings so you don't have to like travel to them every time. So it's, I don't know if that was done intentionally, so you're just kind of furthering the persecution if you're doing kind of the rational thing, which is just killing them for the convenience. So that's kind of funny.
I do want to say it's very hard to kill them because they like attack back after the second hit, and they hit hard.
Yeah, they are really tough. There is actually a way to cheese them that I do. You can do it with a lot of different weapons. The one that you can do it probably the most consistently with and the safest with is a straight sword. So if you take a straight sword and do a fully charged R2, it's guaranteed to stagger them. So then after you stagger them, wait just like a little bit, just give it like half a second to recharge some of your stamina, and then you riposte them. And then don't do anything else, don't block or anything, just keep standing there. And then time it to where they get back up, you hit them with another fully charged R2. The window of time is all very forgiving. And then you can just keep repeating that process, and you can do this with no stamina as well. Well, not no stamina, but very little stamina as well, because if you just stop after that riposte, or before you riposte them, you will gain the stamina. It's a very safe way to kill them even early game. And not only is it convenient, but early game, they give a decent amount of runes. I think they give like a 500 to 1,000 runes, which early game, that's fairly substantial.
But make sure to do it in the right timing, because again, if they stand up, they will mess you up with their hits.
Yeah, they are very brutal. Not even just in terms of their damage, but they're actually kind of hard to fight just based on their moveset. They're actually very good enemies. I think they're the same, if I'm not mistaken, as the ones that are automatically aggroed that you fight in that concentration camp, where you see all like the corpses of them, but there's a few that are still alive. They're the same as those guys, and if you fought those guys, you know that they can definitely kill you. I probably died to them a lot more than other enemies in the game.
And there's a cute animation, right, with their donkey or horse thing.
Oh yeah, they'll get on their donkey. I believe it's a donkey.
And they'll like run in circles around you, right?
Yeah, they'll like mount the donkey. Honestly, they tend to be easier if they mount the donkey. So maybe let them if you messed up the riposte into fully charged R2 infinite chain. Letting them on the donkey will probably actually make them easier to deal with. So this one's a bit sloppy, as you can see, but still good.
He's not talking about me.
No, never. This is a good example of using the free aiming frenzy burst, or no, the Flame of Frenzy, that's what it's called. Frenzy Burst is the
targeted one, right?
Yeah, the one, the like long range one. I've always kind of felt like that should be different, because that one that he's using it to seems definitely more like a burst. I just really love close to mid-range spells. I wish there was more of them. I'm not really a fan of the pew-pew shoot from far away spells as much. That's 2 stimmings this video.
Shut up.
Or is that 3? I can't even remember.
Shut up. Why are you counting?
You guys are eating good tonight.
Not as good as you are, but okay.
Yeah. She makes dinner.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
She cooks in this house.
Yeah. Almost every day.
Yep. But
Not asked for.
not asked for. Sandwich with chips. Not asked for.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just so nice after those cosplay builds, those cute builds, trying to have fun. Look at that damage. Again, we're in the water and I'm doing this damage. It's just, and into the riposte. Always loving an invasion that way. But yeah, it's just, even though I have the poise issue, it's just so nice to actually do damage. Because you may think, oh, you're bullying these guys. You're bullying these guys. You know what they would do if I lose.
He's a
teabag, point down.
He is a bully.
Oh, we talked about this in the other video.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, the spawn spot where you're stuck. You cannot get out of this, by the way. If this happens to you, all you can do is sever out. There's literally no way out of it. That I know of. I have tried everything. I am 95% sure there's nothing you can do. If there is something, it's probably just some really weird thing that you would never think to do, but I'm fairly certain that there's nothing you can do to get out of that. And I'm curious as to, like, what's happening there. Like, you must be stuck between, like, hitboxes or something.
And that's the same spot where the other dude
Yep, that was the
stuck,
exact
right?
same spot. And there's more. I don't know if they patched the other ones out, because that's the only one that seems to happen anymore to me. But I know it's not the only one that's ever happened to me. They may have patched the other ones out, because I know the DLC had one that I think they quickly patched out. And I think when they patched that one out, they patched all the others except for that one. That's just one that they missed. I remember there was actually one, I think it was in a dungeon, that you would actually end up in free fall, so you couldn't even sever out and you were guaranteed to die. Because if you're in free fall, I think after like 15 seconds, they just kill you. And you just spawned into free fall, and that hasn't happened to me in quite a while, so I'm pretty sure that's that they patched that out, thankfully. This is the last clip of the video. Wanted to end it with a 3-man, 3v1, because, probably haven't been seeing a lot of that with the other videos since I was trying to use cute
and he
builds.
likes to struggle.
Yeah. So this host here, I killed his first 2 phantoms well enough, but you will actually see the poise issue with this, because this host actually takes a lot longer to kill than he should, and that's because, like, even just a dual whip, his first hit of the dual whips is staggering me, just because even after I do a guard break, that's just because I have no poise. Well, again, not no poise, I think I have like 30, 40 poise, but in PvP, if you don't have 50 poise, you basically have no poise. You just won't get staggered by, like, fan daggers. I think I was even getting staggered by people using dual daggers. Like, even their first hit of the dagger was staggering me. And down he goes. So, this is the build. Unlike the last builds I showed you, you should copy this one if you don't mind the stamina loss. You could always switch it out to the Uchi Katana if you want a weapon that doesn't need poise. Alright, say goodbye.
Boop, bye.
Goodbye. Another stim for you. On your way out.